We were very interested in psychoactive plants in a forensics context. And we specifically were interested in how crime scene analysts can identify psychoactive plants when they're trying to solve crimes, specifically cannabis. You really need some sort of way to identify definitively these plant substances. And when people grind up roots or leaves or something like that, it becomes very, very difficult to identify them because they've lost all their morphological features. Hemp and marijuana are actually simply varieties of the same species of plant, Cannabis sativa. One of the ways that they can be distinguished is in terms of the amount of the psychoactive component that's present, which is delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, popularly known as THC, and it turns out that while both hemp and marijuana have this component, in marijuana it's a lot higher. We found an approach using a very fast mass spectrometric based analytical technique, so that's direct analysis in real time, high resolution mass spec, which I'll refer to as DART-HRMS. It's a mass spectrometry method, and it's an ambient ionization method, which in contrast to the mass spectrometry methods that operate under high vacuum, it means that you can operate at atmospheric temperature and pressure, and you can do so out in open air, which makes the sample analysis very simple, but it also means that you can analyze samples in their native form. You can get a spectrum within 3 to 5 seconds, which means that it provides cost savings, it provides time savings, because everything can be done a lot more quickly, and resources can be devoted to those samples that really are marijuana. You are able to see very polar compounds, you're able to detect very nonpolar compounds, and so it's a high information content approach, which is wonderful when you want to do statistical analysis, especially when you are trying to figure out which particular subset of molecules are important to being able to distinguish one type of sample or one class of sample from another, which is exactly what we want to do with hemp and marijuana. And the application of statistical analysis to the metabolome profiles allows us to be able to identify materials, but also associate the identification with a level of certainty, and to do so in a more objective way. And so this is very, very important when the stakes are so high, because people potentially can go to jail. And it's also important for exonerating people who are innocent. It's important that we publish the results so that the work is vetted. And then at that stage, if criminologists can start to use this to solve crimes, and this can be an accepted part of evidence that is entered into trials, courts will be much more comfortable, the judicial system will be a lot more comfortable, and more crime labs will embrace the technology so that it can be used, again, to exonerate the innocent and also to deal with those who've committed crimes.